Hello everyone, I'm Saitech and welcome back to my channel Saitech. In today's video, I'll ready to talk about the top 5 frequently asked questions about the iQOO 7 device. The reason why I'm doing this kind of video is because very soon we're going to see the Amazon Prime Day sales on this iQOO 7 device, and a lot of users, they are actually interested to buy this phone, but they are having a couple of other doubts regarding this device. So that is the reason, friends, I thought of shortlist all the 5 questions and I will try to make single video like this on the frequently asked questions about the iQOO 7 device, so which might be useful for new users who are actually planning to buy the iQOO 7 device. So that will be really helpful. So try to watch till end of the video, friends, to get to know all these kind of questions which I'll be discussing in this video. And in case if you have any other further doubts about this iQOO 7 device, don't worry, there's a special playlist which I created for the iQOO 7 users where I did upload more than 500 videos, so you can check the playlist for more details. Let's start with the first thing. Is it good for the 2 to 3 years or not? This is another first main question which I'll be getting, friends, on this phone. So let me try to divide into two things. So first, regarding the software and regarding the hardware. So regarding the hardware, the device is really very capable for surviving up to 2 to 3 years. I can say a couple of reasons. So for example, let's take about the processor. The processor is a Snapdragon 870 chipset, which is really powerful and which is in this phone. In this phone, it's really optimized. It's really good. The performance will not even decrease for 2 to 3 years. You should not have any kind of problem. Next hardware part is about the display. Display has got 120 Hz refresh rate. As a future-proof option, you can definitely use. Even in the next, if you get the Battlegrounds mobile 120 Hz refresh rate, maybe PUBG 120 Hz, you can definitely play without any kind of problem. That's the future-proof option is present. And next future-proof is regarding the fast charging and the battery. Fast charging is also there, so you don't need to worry about the fast charging. So 35 minutes to 40 minutes, the phone can take completely charged. And regarding the software, so software updates, maybe we might see the 2 upgrades for the Android and the maybe and security updates as well. I think 2 to 3 years, maybe that is the reason. And some of the users did mention that in the Twitter, the CEO of this iQOO, they did mention that iQOO 7 will be getting the 2 Android upgrades and 3 security upgrades as well. That is the updates for regularly for 3 years. That is what the comment I got. But overall, in terms of the hardware, the phone is really capable of surviving for the next 2 to 3 years without any problem. So next question is a 90 FPS in the Battlegrounds mobile gameplay. When it will come? So right now there is no 90 FPS update, friends, in this phone. Unfortunately, you cannot play it 90 FPS. So the phone has got Snapdragon 870 and no other Snapdragon 870 right now has got the 90 FPS. Yes, even the MI Linux cannot play it, even the OnePlus Nord cannot play it at 90 FPS. So you should not be worried about only this phone. Even other phones also have the same problem. So the problem is regarding the Snapdragon 870 chipset. So Snapdragon 870 chipset should get optimized. So this should come from the iQOO team. The iQOO team should put pressure on the Battlegrounds mobile or maybe on the PUBG to give the 90 FPS. Only then they will be able to do it. Same thing happened to the Realme X1 Max. Realme X1 Max, they did it because they did put a lot of pressure. I think so maybe even OnePlus Nord 2 and the Poco F3 GT, they did not get the update. They did not get the 90 FPS. Yes. So that is the reason, friends, the smartphone manufacturer, it depends upon the smartphone manufacturer as well. Let's see which phone will be able to get the 90 FPS, this or MI Linux or OnePlus 9R, but you will get it maybe in the next version, which is a 1.6. That's what I was expecting. So next, regarding the green tint. Green tint issue fixed or not? The iQOO 7 is suffering from the green tint problem, which I did plenty of videos on that particular topic as well. So till now the green tint problem is not yet fixed. It's not fixed, but for me it's not bothering much because green tint issue I did not it only bothers only few people, but most of the time it doesn't bother me at all. So I don't have any kind of issues with the green tint. So in case if you have the green tint, try to apply for the replacement. So on the day one only apply for the replacement. Maybe in the second unit you may not get the green tint. That's what I am suggesting for a lot of other users as well. Just before this video, I uploaded a video on the showing you all the display issues what can happen in all the 3 smartphones, as you can see. Try to watch this video, friends. You will definitely understand what is happening with the different phones and what phones are having what kind of problems. You will get to know all the details. So next is regarding the connectivity issues. So in terms of connectivity issues, you should talk about Wi-Fi and the 4G. Let's talk about the Wi-Fi first. So Wi-Fi is the one main problem. So if you are having the single band Wi-Fi router, the iQOO 7 can get 144 link speed. That is the maximum link speed which is present. That's it. It cannot go beyond that. For example, if you take the Realme X1 Max or MI Linux device, they can go up to 300 Mbps of link speed. If you have the single band router, that will affect. If you have the dual band, if you have 2.4 and 5 gigahertz, try to connect to the 5 gigahertz. You will get really good speeds. So if you try to connect to only single band Wi-Fi router, they cannot get the more speeds. The speed will be limited only to 140 Mbps or somewhere around maybe 100 Mbps. That's the one problem you can definitely face, maybe if you have the single band Wi-Fi router. And regarding the 4G Plus, my unit doesn't have any kind of issues regarding the 4G Plus. After the software update, the 4G Plus problem has been completely fixed in this kind of IQ7 device. So in my area, I don't have any kind of issues. I'm not sure about other areas, but in my area, in my location, I don't have any issues. In the before I do have. When I bought the phone, I did have the issues, but later on it got completely fixed with the software update. Let me show you friends, this is a Mi11X device as you can see. And I'm getting 300 Mbps of transmit link speed. Same Wi-Fi connection. As you can see the difference. So I think in the IQ7 device, maybe it got logged completely, maybe 144 transmit link speed. That is the reason. So these are the few things which I'm trying to explain you each and every detail friends. So after buying the phone, you should not have any kind of issues. That is the reason I'm trying to explain all the problems now itself. So next frequently asked question about this is camera. Is the camera is good or not in this phone? I would say it's kind of okay, not bad. So I did like the night mode. Night mode shots are good, and the video stabilization while recording is also really great. Yes, I did like the video stabilization and the night mode shots. So these two are my favorite things about this IQ7 device. So you should not have any kind of issues in this kind of two categories in the IQ7 smartphone. Next, regarding the 5G, the phone has got only one 5G band. Is it like future proof or not? Which is N98 as you can see friends. So at this point I don't think the 5G we actually require. I think if you are staying in the metropolitan city, so maybe in the metropolitan city somewhere around Delhi or Mumbai, Hyderabad, maybe Bangalore, so maybe you can think about 5G right now. But if you're staying in the normal town, rural area, normal small cities, then you should not be worried, because 5G will definitely take somewhere around maybe 1 to 2 years of time. So at this point, I don't think if you're worrying about the 5G, it will be a problem. I don't think it's a big problem at this point. Maybe after 3-4 years, it may be a problem. But right now, I don't think that will be impacting a lot, because if you're planning to change the phone as well, so it also depends upon that. If you're trying to use this phone for the 1 year and change it, maybe 2 years and change it, then no problem. Then you should not be worried at all. If you're planning to use the phone for the next maybe 4 to 5 years or maybe 3 to 4 years, then maybe you can absolutely worried about this 5G. That's another thing which I thought of just mentioning. So these are the most frequently asked questions about the IQ7 device. In case if I miss any kind of other questions, let me know in the comment section below. Definitely I'll be able to help you out. So thank you for watching this video friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned for more updates, and don't forget to check the playlist if you have any other queries regarding the IQ7 device. See you in the next video friends. Until then, bye.